able to stay on super late. Hello, NWF wrestling fans, and welcome back to another episode of NWF Fast Forward, live from the NWF channel and the NIPW channel. Now, let's get into everyone's favorite part of the show, the introductions. Now, of course, first and foremost, I am your NWF World Champion. I am the face of NIPW and now the NWF. I am the second longest reigning NWF champion in history. I am, of course, the figurehead of the NWF, Mount Rushmore, the Globetrotter, Ricky Henry. Now, let's get into my co-host, ladies and gentlemen. He is the 5-time loser of my NWF World Championship. He is the 78-year-old sensation, the fantastical fossil, the ultimate schmuck, Schmucker Crossen. How are you, Schmucker?
Oh, I'm doing good because you know why? This week I weighed only 3 pounds away from my goal of hitting my weight of my height, which if I hit that goal, Ricky, I am at the actual weight for my height. Take that. And yes, you did get the second longest reign thanks to the foiled NWF NCWA merger that didn't take place for 3 weeks. I was the NCWA lightweight champion instead of the NWF World Champion. Otherwise, you'd be third because I had 2 reigns technically that would have been longer. But as it is, who's number 1 though, Ricky? Who's number 1?
Well, for now you're number 1, yeah, but not all records last forever.
I was just telling Dave last week that I'm really tired of this attitude of yours lately. And it all started with Keaton. The way you disrespected him in that match. The kid looked up to you. He was so excited to get his first match with you. And look what you did.
What? Whooped his ass? Retain my title?
Yeah. Yeah. Broke his guitar. All the underhanded tactics, man. We could write a book.
Guys, I didn't beat Keaton. Keaton beat himself because last time I checked, he's the one who topped out. He didn't have to top out.
It started there and it's just continued on. But I tell you something, we're going to watch some of your last few matches, at least, well, not the last one, but the last few title matches at least. And we'll let the fans judge for themselves as far as your style these days. Ricky, that dog and pony show you did for me and you did everything I told you to do. Why? Because I know what I'm talking about. And you knew if you did what I said, you'd get the belt. And now that you got the belt, you're just trying to do it your way.
It's working that way.
I don't know about you sometimes, I'm telling you. But I'm just reminding you, everybody's always saying, of course, our fan, I can't read the comments, Ricky, because you know why? I got the aviators on.
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, we should bring in some comments here and then we'll go on the watch line because I know you're shortchanged for time today.
Yes, no problem. All right, so we got a comment from my least favorite fan that we have, Tony Begley.
Tony.
Slacking on your times here.
Yeah, Ricky and I were chatting. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm pulling the curtain. Ricky and I just got to chat and just realized we were 10 minutes behind time.
Oh yeah, we were sitting there talking. I stopped. Went, whoa, so time. All right. Anyway, then we got Gizmo. Welcome back, Ricky. We all missed your razor sharp wit and humor the last couple. Am I missing something? Did I miss a show?
No, remember how you were kind of quiet and humble while I was watching with
oh yes, I was absolutely exhausted, guys. Absolutely exhausted. Next we have
Tony
Begley. Crusher, at your age, I would expect your generation to use watches because you're slacking the times recently.
Well, Tony, it's funny you say that because I would wear a watch, but unfortunately my Hume fitness band takes the place of a watch because, as you know, Crusher Crossen's in the shape of his life right now and he tracks everything fitness-wise. So, Tony, and I seen your pictures. Tony, if you want to get with Crusher, I can get you trimmed up a little bit too. You need to be leaned out a little bit yourself there, buddy boy. And not only that, I just may have to pay a visit to Ireland in addition to Northern Ireland if I ever make my way that way again, because I don't like your attitude.
Oh.
I'm just going to say that. Just like Ricky.
Yeah,
we got to get Tony on the show. We got to get Tony on the show.
On our final comment we'll have right now. Sports talk. Ricky, I'm glad you are back. Crusher has been getting a little full of himself the past few months. It is almost like he is the one who is turning into a heel. Have you noticed this too? Well, one thing I did notice is that you spelled heel wrong, but we'll leave it for now. I have noticed as Crusher is getting very, very big for his boots. However, don't worry, guys.
I'm definitely getting big. I'm definitely getting big.
You're doing the opposite. You're getting quite slimmer. We're past the big days, Crusher. But no, I'm the savior of the NWF. If you guys haven't realized, that's why I'm here to cleanse his records of being the longest reigning champ. And I'm here to make NWF what it needs to be, the best brand in professional international wrestling. And this guy's holding us back from it. But do not worry, guys. The savior's here.
I got a question.
Yes.
Are you a fighting champion?
I'm the fighting champion. Yeah.
Then why won't you ever agree to a match with Crusher?
Crusher, your time's come and went.
If you're a fighting champion, that doesn't matter. This Kendo Nagasaki goes into matches and he's what, 90? It should not matter to you.
Look, bad idea. We know.
I'm just asking the question.
And I'm not making
everybody wants to know.
And I'm not making the joke said, oh, I'll hurt Crusher. To be serious, Crusher. It's great that you're getting into shape, but at your age, getting in the ring, it is really bad for your health. Terrible idea. Anyway.
You know what, Ricky? I agree, because every normal person my age, yes, that applies. But I'm not normal. I'm abnormal. I am 41 years old metabolically. I am like a science study right now. They're like trying to figure out why I'm getting younger. And you know what I also heard this week, guys? I got to take the shades off for this. I was told that I look like Shawn Michaels. You know, and I guess I do. I do look like Shawn Michaels, I got to say. And should I have the aviators on? Guys, you want me to have the aviators? If I keep the glasses on, at least I can read. But I kind of like the aviators. I don't know.
Look, Crusher, if you look like Shawn Michaels, then I look like Tony Atlas. That's what I'll say. Anyway.
Ricky, I know you're going to the gym. And I know you're hitting it up, but man, you got ways to go to get to Tony Atlas, all right?
Yeah, I think there's other things about me that don't match Tony Atlas that aren't just size.
As well.
Anyway. Next up, we have Gizmo. First off, we all love Ricky's new photos. Being Ricky picks up on all our spelling, can we at least make comments on his new photos? LOL.
Yeah, they do have some comments, because guess what, Ricky? While you have the salute right, you did make another cardinal error. You want to know what?
What did I make the cardinal error?
Okay, just like when you shake it, I think I told you when I went out there, when we shake hands, Ricky, it's always right hand handshake, right? You never left hand. Left hand's like not. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You salute with the right hand as well.
Here we go.
You had a couple of left-handed salutes in there. You did both ways.
No, here's the thing.
Both sides.
It was taken on Darren Whiteside's camera, and his camera inverts things. That's what it is. One of those cameras, guys. Anyway, next up we have Crusher's favorite #1 fan, Tony Begley, back again. Sounds like my granddad 6 pints deep at a wedding.
Yeah, Tony. I think Tony just wants to get Crusher in the ring too, so I can teach him a lesson. And that can be arranged, Tony. That can be arranged, just like this kid.
It's funny you mentioned about Crusher looking like a grandpa. I actually would like to say that Crusher actually looks a lot like my grandpa, because my grandpa's been dead for over 30 years, and this guy looks like a fossil himself. Anyway, on to sports talk.
Why do I take this?
Ricky, you're an adult now. True. So it'll be mutual combat between the two of you. Get in there and kick his ass. Sports talk. I know it's entertaining.
Sports talk kind of a little fan of Ricky here out of the group. He's like your only supporter. The rest of the Gizmo crew kind of likes Crusher, and they know what would happen if I.
No.
Look, if I ever make my way over there, one thing for damn sure, he's going to shoot with me, and then we'll see what he does there. But you know what, Ricky? I was saying this, and I know Nathan catches up on stuff here too. There is only one winner here with me and Ricky shooting, by the way, and that's Nathan. Because
Nathan?
whoever loses is getting shit from Nathan. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. You're saying get in there and kick his ass, though. We've already established. Terrible idea. We stop encouraging the guys who are a terrible influence on him. Terrible, terrible influence.
Oh, and I don't know if we said it, but happy birthday, Ricky. I don't think we said it last show because we were so busy getting in late and everything.
Yes,
we never
were
had a chance to
crazy
acknowledge your
last
birthday.
time. Thank you for the happy birthday over 2 weeks afterwards, but thank you very much. The first 2 weeks into being...
Well, it's a big deal. When you turn 18, that's a big one because that's like you are an adult. So.
Oh, yeah, it's a big deal. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the most well-known faces at the local club scene in Ireland already.
And the
But
best part about 18 is I can kick his ass and get away with it. At least as far as being a minor. Yeah. At least from
well,
that perspective.
technically, if you were to attack me, it's still assault. So
You better get on that Globetrotter plane and fly away then. We should probably start the watch line. We can keep chatting, but I know because we're going to be short on time. I think it's 30 minutes worth
yeah.
of videos here. We're going to watch. What we're watching
Wowzer.
is we're going to look at Ricky. We're going to talk about Ricky's first 5 months. And obviously, he talked about one of the things he just accomplished. He became the second longest reigning champ behind Crusher Crossen. Not quite, the mountain's up here and Ricky's here. He's just working his way up that mountain. We'll see if he can keep going.
Only
understand it. The guy that you beat, if I might say, nobody's seen the footage yet, but the one that I was informed here, Ricky just got beat by Ben Nelson in a match. You want to talk about that?
I prefer not to comment.
Title wasn't on the line, folks. So
nope, it was a multi-man match.
Like
title was on the line. I was beaten up by other people and Ben capitalized. Okay, that's what I'll say.
So
we have some more comments anyway. Change the subject. Tony Bagley, Crusher, on these lives, you need to calm down. You've been getting too big for your boots recently, and I actually see why Ricky has changed his views about you recently. Tony, I appreciate it so much, but my views of Crusher recently did not change. They changed a long time ago when I first had a conversation with the guy. All right, so nothing's changed since then. I still think the guy is an absolute pain in my ass, and I think he's a pain in the ass to anyone who dares to talk to him. But it's good to see him. I didn't personally see it.
I was gonna grab my wrestling boots and say, "What boots?" But I don't have them in here. I had it here.
Joke didn't work. We also have another one. Tony Bagley again. Crusher, being 5-time champ, but forgets to mention he also lost the title 5 times. That is 5 times more than I've lost the title. How does that feel?
Well, it just means that I won it 5 times though too. So it's like, you win, you lose, win, you lose. But you know what? I win it back. There's only been one other wrestler that has held that title more than once. And that was Kid Kelsey. He held it 2 times. But nobody else except this guy 5 times. So.
We also have a comment from Gizmo here. Hey, Ricky, you didn't make fun of a spelling error, and they
don't like it if you got to play fair to everybody. If somebody misspells, you say it to Tony as well.
Are we saying Tony?
Must have been.
Now, see, if you're going to say him putting the letter U instead of spelling you, we're really reaching here, guys. All right? We're really, really reaching. U is just him typing short.
Yeah, but what about ACC?
ACC is an abbreviation for actually.
Oh, come on. You and your generation, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I know, because you're a pensioner. That's how things work. Jeez.
See, this is why I want to get him, guys. This is why I want to get my hands on him. Can you understand why I'm getting myself in physical shape right now so I can kick his ass? Does it make sense to you, Tony? Does it make sense to you? Because you're the one that seems to be the only one in Ireland that can't figure that out. The whole dang island. So yeah, let me get the watch along started. I have it ready. Oh shoot, I had it ready when I had to go out to fix the audio deal.
Oh god.
All right, let me get it ready again here. Hang on.
It looks like Tony, you're gonna have to wait a bit longer because Crusher once again holding everyone back.
I'm like quick, man, right? I'm quick. There we go. All right, so the first one's gonna be Ricky Henry against heavy metal Gary Gibson.
Yes.
OTT Wrestling.
Nope.
Or I'm sorry, not OTT, Titanic. What am I thinking? Yeah, so. And this was at the Bangor show.
Yes, NWF Grand Showdown at the Grand Social in Bangor.
Yeah.
And of course, NWF returns to the Grand Social December 7th of this year.
You can see Ricky still got the Canary Kid bottoms right now, but
yeah, the gear was running late.
And listen to the crowd on Ricky here, guys. Listen to the boos.
They hate me because they ain't me, Crusher. We've established that from day one.
I mean, here's an outsider from Titanic and your home territory here, and here
I've
it's
never been
not
in
even
Grand Social
supported.
either. Never
Well,
been in Grand
it's
Social.
an NIPW show, and you're still not cheered.
What can I say? People are just jealous.
Not good. See, Ricky, this is what they're telling. They're telling you. We don't like it. We don't like you, is what they're telling you.
Girl, what you like? I don't do this for everyone else.
Ricky trying to get some bulk on his chest and arms there, I see, but
It's funny you're saying that. I hadn't even started going to the gym yet.
me too, because I got to go today as well. It's gonna be after the show.
No, I mean, in this video, I hadn't started going to the gym yet.
Well, you're obviously eating more. And let me tell you something. I should have brought the picture, and I got it. I saved it just to bring it in. But Ricky's talking about how he's dieting. Then he has this picture that shows up on social media with about 5 or 6 McDoubles and sipping on an orange juice. Oh, the orange juice, healthy. It looked like an orange juice to me from McDonald's. No. That's the worst thing you could be drinking. All that sugar.
Surely you realize that, first off, I wasn't drinking an orange juice, and second off, you realize I was with John that day, and I think I think 4 of those were John's. the guy's a machine. And see, if I'm eating like John, it must work.
But no, Ricky, that's not the kind of diet you want to do. That bread and all that fat, that's not healthy fat. You want healthy fat like salmon and peanuts and shit like that. That would be more healthier fat.
Works for John. He's in better shape than both of us.
It's just his young metabolism. Give him another 10 years. 10, 20 years. That'll all catch up to John. He'll go back to the marshmallow.
Turn to the marshmallow.
Fireman's carry. Nice arm drag. That looked a little low.
Exactly. Should have been DQ. Good to see we're on the same page.
I noticed the rings post could go high. Is it a low ceiling height in there?
It's very low ceiling height, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'll see it when I stand up on the top rope later in the match. You'll see that my head, I could probably touch the ceiling if I wanted to.
Is the audio okay, guys? Do you want the audio louder on the video? I mean, there's not any commentating, but you just hear the cheers and stuff more. But let us know. Oh, he has his decent drop kick.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how old Gibson is? Give or take?
Tell you. I couldn't even give or take.
Roughly.
Because he's not been wrestling for super long.
No, so but he might have got started late though.
I don't know.
I just about slipped with my big mouth, Ricky, and I caught myself. Maybe a little louder, please. Well, if you want. I mean, all it is just the crowd reactions, but I'll put it a little louder. There we go. That better? Just let me know, guys. I turned it up about double now. There's not a whole lot of going on right now. It's just the crowd. They're calling him chicken, if you want to know. Ricky, you're zoning out again here.
I was zoning in the match.
Yeah, you're zoning in your own match.
I haven't seen this match since like the night I got it because Darren, when he sent it to me, turned on disappearing messages, so I never got to save it.
Let me tell you a funny story about this particular match.
Oh, is this the message you were getting?
So, yeah, after this show, I didn't really pay much attention. You know, if something major happens, I know I'll hear from Ricky. And I never heard nothing from Ricky, so I don't think much of it. And then Nathan sends me a text message. Nathan runs the league. You ain't going to believe it. Gibson's the new champ. Because obviously they know he didn't win the belt, Ricky. It's not going to give nothing away here.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, what? And I kind of think reply. I was in the gym working out at the time, and he's interrupting my workout for one. So I'm not happy with that. And then Nathan goes, yeah, he goes, Ricky took a bad bump, got knocked out, and Gary had to pin him. I said, whatever. I didn't buy it from the start. I said, you're full of shit. I said, that didn't happen. He's like, no, it did, serious. And then so I started checking with other people, but Nathan was ahead of me. He was going ahead of everybody, telling me, hey, if Crusher talks to you, don't go along with it. So he had everybody in on it. Even Ricky was in on it because Darren and them gave him a ride home, and Ricky acted like he's on his way to the hospital. And some picture, remember?
Yeah.
and Keaton, man, they were all just trying to sell me on this. And the only thing that made me think twice is Ricky and them got a picture with him and Gary Gibson with the belt, with Gibson holding the belt. That one kind of made me think, like, wait a minute, why has he got the belt?
Oh, here we go.
But honestly, if something like that happened, Ricky would have. Yeah, there's that drop.
All right, could have been better. I could have got it.
But if that happened, you guys, first of all, I know there's two things. Ricky would get a hold of me and say, Crusher, something happened. We're going to take care of it on the next show or whatever. I would hear something. The fact that Ricky didn't say anything, and then nobody was concerned about his health, because the first thing that's going through my mind is he okay? Does he got a concussion? Does he got to go to the hospital? What's going on? And nobody was asking those questions.
No.
They're just like, oh, fuck, he lost the bet. Oops. Sorry, guys.
Do you want us to get ad revenue or no?
I said, oh, fudge. Nathan's like, oh, fudge. He just screwed up. Blame it on Ricky. He screwed up. Like, why would I blame it on Ricky if he got hurt? None of that made any sense.
They just want the Crusher to hound me with messages.
I think they did. I think because they know that Ricky doesn't like it when I do long messages, and I would have. And so they just wanted me to hound him with long messages. Ever since that show, I try not to send Ricky long messages anymore. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have, yeah.
You know who sends long messages, though, now? Nathan to me. He does the voice memos now. Not so long, but sometimes.
Of course he does.
I don't mind it. It's easier for me to listen than read anyway when I'm driving. Look at those leggings just falling off.
Oh yeah, they were not as good as the new ones.
What's better about the new ones?
They're so one thing I don't like as much about the new ones is they're not as baggy. I prefer the baggy fit. But one thing I like is that they stay in place.
Yeah, they're more tighter.
Yeah, they don't go up my legs. I feel like also it's better size. This was close. People got excited for this. I got right in the ref's face. I decided to joke around with the ref there.
Crowd getting into it though, huh?
Oh yeah, this was a great night. I remember Nathan actually coming up to me afterwards and was like, probably should have put you opener. And I was like, oh.
Where were you on the card?
Third.
So before intermission?
Second or third, I think. Third? I don't know. We did 2 intermissions this show because it was in a bar, so we let people get loads of time to have their drinks.
That looked weird.
Right. He admitted himself afterwards he didn't pump it right.
Okay, yeah, that didn't look right.
Yeah, he actually said in the moment, sorry, because he realized he missed it.
He just rolled you.
Yeah, it was funny because at the very start I hit my drop kick, but I laced him, like the corner drop kick. And I apologized while pinning him. And then later in the match, when he was doing his punches, he clocked me in front of me, was like, sorry. And I was like, we're good. And then he did that. And he's like, sorry. I'm like, we're good. You'll see how close I am. Like, that's me in the middle to the ceiling.
So arrogantly with that elbow.
So I stand.
Well, there's something I'm going to tell you about, too, that I think you need to do. But I noticed it in the Apollo match. I'll tell you when we get there.
I did it in the Apollo match?
Yeah, I noticed you do it in the Apollo match. And it's just a little thing, but I think you should change it. It's a little thing you do. We'll talk about it when we get there, because I like to have a visual.
Oh, you think I shouldn't do it?
No, you need to change it just a little bit of what you do. It's how you go on the top rope. And then he gets the win, folks. Is it? By the way, is it loud enough? Okay, audio's grand, Tony says. All right. I think.
This was a really funny moment. Oh, you're doing it from the announcements?
Yeah, why? What happened?
You've not seen the announcements?
Oh, he screws up his title.
Yeah, he screws up Apollo.
So what are the flags on your tights? I know people are going to ask.
So on the back, it's England and Portugal, and on the front, it's Canada and Ireland, because it's all the 4 countries that I've wrestled in thus far.
Okay, so here's my question. If you go to other countries, like the United States, are you going to add those flags?
I intend to. Here we go. I'll let it happen.
Oh, I see. So those are a little bit tighter on your legs.
Yeah.
Was Paulo expecting to be a face, or did he just go with it when he got out there?
Look, what me and Paulo talked about, he goes, I go, I'm a heel now. He goes, okay. He goes, are they going to cheer me? Because I don't think he's been cheered in a while. I was like, oh, I don't know. He goes, how do we structure this? And I was like, ah, damn, I don't know. So we just planned the most neutral match ever and just went with what the crowd was doing. But one thing that's really funny about this match, you'll notice me and Paulo are both wearing black and gold. Paulo has never worn black and gold before. I have never worn black and gold before. We both got New Gear. We didn't know each other got New Gear. We showed up and both had black and gold. And we're like,
yeah, this is like Crusher versus Irish Terror 2.0. Me and him had the same stuff on pretty much.
We were the opener of this show, of course. It was really funny. I was trying to have a little bit of a nice moment. It was like a stare down. The guy just charged me. I was like, damn, okay, we're going into this. Then we're just getting us a nice little start, just keeping it simple. Again, I was happy with how I was very happy with how this match turned out. Especially because the story was, I don't know if I've told us on this before, but me and Paulo ended up having nothing planned really, apart from like a very bare bones blueprint.
Yeah.
I just kind of had to go with things and then just call things when we're out there because of timing and the show and, again, the equipment malfunctions. And you actually see we have all these lights up there that are not on. So I think some of them were on this show, like during entrances, but like for matches, there was nothing.
You know, it's illuminated nice though, the ring. It's like...
Yeah. He was meant to snap me back here, and I was like, okay, guess we're going. Just fireman's carry. Mainly goes for a quick submission. And yeah, I'd rather not have that. I was just having fun. My favorite thing ever when I go outside the ring for this kind of a spot is when there's an empty chair. I love just how that'll sit. It's good for Ben's family. I don't think that got enough recognition. I laughed there because I went, say it again. He goes, boo, in my face. And I just started laughing and no one else laughed. I expected someone else to laugh at that. That was funny for me. Like, Ben's uncle just booed me right in my face.
That was his uncle?
Yeah.
Ben's uncle.
Yeah. His Uncle Kyle. Damn, me and Paul will have fun when we're in the ring. We're off, ref. People thought he got me. Idiots.
The NWF belt would have went to Canada.
Yeah, not on my watch.
I was really surprised that they didn't rib me on this one.
I think they talked about it and I was like, guys, no. I think it was spoken. I was like, guys, just stop.
Yeah, you really foiled Nathan's rib attempts after that. Like, you didn't want him to rib me anymore. Like, you were like you were telling me what he was saying all of before he told me and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think you took away his fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I was sitting with him as he's dead. I'm like, bro, we're not doing this. One thing I really like is what was I gonna say? I don't know if anyone noticed, but he did a Hurricane Rana on me there.
Yeah, I did. I seen it.
One thing I really liked is because I've been going to the gym and stuff, and I'd never really taken moves like that before, like in a match. So it was cool to be able to do this. And then the next night I was against Chow, and he's doing head scissors and stuff on me, and I'm getting them up perfectly fine. I was like, it was a good sign of progress. I was able to base for people.
Yeah.
A lot safer.
Cool.
This is a fun spot.
That's the one that I seen where he botched it. He took a back bump.
Stevie botched it.
Right,
but
Stevie.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Not
guy,
in this match, but yeah,
he
Ricky
ducked on me, bro. He just
ducked
ducked
it.
on me.
Just Ricky just did a big back bump, and it looked like it hurt.
It didn't even hurt, but it was just like, what
Didn't it?
are you doing, bro?
It looked like it hurt.
Nah, this is another funny thing, and I'll point it out later in the match, but there's an issue with rest holds, and it's not an issue, but it's a funny thing with rest holds in this match that you can tell that we planned a neutral match. But, this was nice. I'm pretty sure I remember this, yeah. Cool.
There's things I want to say, but I can't.
That hurt. Didn't think he was going. I thought he was going to throw up a knee. He threw up a
That's
boot.
cool. I like
oh.
that. I like
Yeah,
that
it was really sick.
sunset flip dive.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Wasn't bad, just a little tight.
The drop kick guru over here. Every time there's a drop kick, I know I'm ready for the Crusher review. All right, here we are. Right, so Paulo puts me in a rest hold. I'm the heel, and it was only in this moment I stopped him. Went, ain't nobody gonna clap for me. I was like, we planned a neutral match because I didn't know who'd get cheered. So I just decided to turn into a comedy spot and start shouting at people.
Yeah, what else can you do?
Yeah. And he didn't. I remember he called to me, "What's next?" And you'll see what I'm doing. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to do to him, so I'm just doing it and hoping he goes with the edge. Yeah.
This is one
of the smoothest I'd hit the move.
Yeah. It's nice to see you doing it in a different way. Because otherwise it was just getting too predictable. I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. Watch what you do here. You went right to the second. What I would do there is I would sell that whole thing. I would start with the first, second like a ladder and get to the top and then do the elbow. Just really sell going up. Let them know you're going all the way to the top. When you shortchange it and go second, third, it's almost like hopping up from the ring too. It's the same thing. It has that same. That's just a little nitpick, but I think if you walk it like a ladder, that's the thing Eddie Sharkey used to drill into our heads. Really sell the presentation of going off the top rope. Make it a big deal, especially when it's your finisher.
Waiting for the claps to keep going. Boom. So every match I've had with Paulo, I've done the same bump on the outside.
Yeah.
I never bump on the outside, but it seems like every time I wrestle Paulo, I do a bump on the outside. It's a new thing I tried. This thing, the positioning could have been better, but I think Paulo wasn't sure what was next.
These are always tough to do because they can get herky-jerky. That wasn't too bad. But and I've done it too. I've done that move too. Remember when I did it in George's and that one we watched? But sometimes you can get too herky-jerky with it. They're always tough to do. Maybe they look smooth, super smooth, but yours wasn't too bad though.
I forgot what was next here, so I just slammed the guy. He's calling a spot to me, but I didn't really hear what the spot was the entire time, so I just ended up slamming him. And I'm like, yo, what are we doing? It was funny because he calls this next spot the Cody Rhodes spot. And I don't know this is the Cody Rhodes spot. So I'm like, what is this guy? Is he calling shoulder roll? I was like, what's he calling?
When we go off air, remind me to tell you about Cody Rhodes. There's something I want to tell you about on that.
Yeah, no problem.
Just don't let me forget. That's funny you bring that up.
No problem. That was a big near fall. As you hear a fan just say.
Near fall. But it's not like a 2 out of 3 falls. It'd be like a near match.
No, near fall is what you just call it. It's called near fall. Because you almost got the fall. Almost got the pinfall.
Okay.
Pop, boom, catch him. Up. Gourd buster.
See if you do it this time.
I don't. I always go middle. That's a habit. What's funny about this? I thought I was meant to hit the elbow there. So I was legit me going for the elbow and he just he moved and I was like, oh, damn it. So I started calling because what went wrong was Paulo was right. He was meant to move out of the second elbow, but we did the match structure wrong where we had agreed, we forgot we agreed for 3 elbows, but that was the second, but we've done it in the part where I was meant to hit it. And this kind of weirdly misstructured the entire match. So he was meant to hit his finisher second. That's his finish. He was meant to hit that after I hit my elbow.
So he did his finisher just now and he didn't win.
Yeah.
Okay. That was his finisher then. Okay.
Yeah. He was meant to hit his after I hit mine. So this is completely on the fly what we're doing. Like I've just called this. Like this wasn't even part of our blueprint. He's really confused, I think, because I called superplex to him, and then I told him when I got up there, I was like, I'm not taking a superplex, bro. I'm just throwing you off. He almost falls here. Scared me for a second. I was like, no, please don't fall. Then I almost fall when I stand up here, but I think it made it look cooler.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we got it.
That happened to me once. Luckily, Kelsey caught me.
Oh, you fell?
I started losing my balance, yeah, and he put his arm up, and I was able to catch it. It's not what you want to do. It's like embarrassing.
But here, so see this spot that we're about to do here. So it's a spot that Drew Alex taught us called mirroring, and it's where one person has a strike and the other person copies it. Okay. He was meant to be copying my strikes, but because of how we did the spot, I had to copy his. And I kind of awkwardly weighed things, but we fixed it. Like we were fine. I just got bored of his strikes, so I stopped mirroring. I didn't get bored of his strikes, but I just wanted to do chops. And it lights me up like a Christmas tree. Then everyone give me good feedback for how I took this.
Oh, yeah.
And I take his head off. We were murdering each other.
That's kind of a fast count. You said I was fast. He's fast too.
Yeah. I think that's why it was fast. I think he knew because he knew it was going home. It was a double down. He probably rushed it.
Yeah.
But
so
yes.
There we go. The watch-alongs and Ricky's the last 2 title defenses, I guess. Safe to say.
Technically not, because Chow.
Oh, that's right. There's the Chow match, which I have not seen. So, let me see. I gotta get this off of here. But yeah, that was 5 months in. Yeah.
Not too bad.
And then, do you know anything? I guess we don't know anything as far as next title defense anywhere yet, do we?
No. Ideally, I would like to bring the title over to my my booking I have in Oldham in England, with the Squared Circle Wrestling, Marty Jones' promotion. I intend to bring the title there. If well, let's be real, I'll still have it. So
yeah,
that's on the agenda. And yeah, I'm talking to a couple other places, seeing where I can bring the title. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I know there's one that you told me about. We can't really say nothing yet, but that might be something interesting next year. So,
be pretty big for the title.
Yeah, and that would be pretty cool. There would be some cool ideas that Ricky and I talked about for that if it would work. So we'll see.
Oh yeah,
plus, that's it's all we got to wait and see. But like, if Ricky still has the belt later next year, there's other plans that I would like to, try to get him over this way. So we'll see what we can do, and that's all we can do. I know that the guys would love to see you. I'm sure Gizmo and them, if you're ever close. When he goes to Canada, if he has the belt still in the summer, if he goes to Canada, there might be an opportunity, Gizmo, because you guys are pretty close to his Canada stuff.
Why were they?
They're in New York.
Okay.
I don't know where in New York, but in New York, somewhere in that. I don't know if they're in Buffalo or I don't know. But they're in that kind of. They're not far from. It's not far from Ottawa. I don't believe.
Dreams are made of. There's nothing.
Oh, please, Ricky, keep your day job.
It's a good
let's
song.
see. We got some questions. I don't know who this is, Ricky.
Let's see.
Oh no, it's Damien. So yeah, I'll bring it in. Ricky, serious question. Have you ever worried that being on the internet, someone might stalk you, especially when you were younger? I waited till you were 18 to ask you that question. No disrespect intended.
No disrespect at all. And I have actually waited for so long to talk about this topic, at least something similar. So when I first started wrestling at the age of 14, and the matches that I was having started getting uploaded to YouTube, you can look back and a lot of the comments are still there on the NIPW page. But I don't think I was getting stalked per se. I just had a demographic of people that weren't ideal for the wrestling that I was doing, and they weren't watching me for the wrestling side of things. So yeah, I've experienced some odd people in comment sections, and I've experienced some odd people in the wrestling business themselves. Yeah, stuff happens. But what I will say is, yeah, I've experienced stuff that's really weird on the internet when it comes to the wrestling community on the internet. Well, not even wrestling fans; they're not real wrestling fans. But yeah, I have experienced the weirdest of people, and if you really want to take the time to see it, go ahead, go on the NIPW.
How did you handle it, Ricky? Like, because I've dealt with it too with my NWF stuff.
Yeah.
People come to me with the same crap. Like
Right.
I've dealt with it too. How do you handle it with them? Like, what's your reaction?
Right. So here, I'll deep it for you. So for the first, I would say 2 or 3 years of it, didn't bother me. I just left it. I just ignored it. I was like, okay. I just laughed it off. I was like, oh my god, there are some weird people out there. And I laughed. I think I made a post years ago on my Instagram story being like, oh, you guys need to chill out, with like a joke, like laughing face. And the only time it ever really got to me where I was like, it wasn't even like a really hurt me. It was just like this is driving me insane. Shut up, guys. Is when I first started wearing when I first started wearing this gear, the gear that we saw in the Gary Gibson match, right? When I first started wearing this, it's baggy fit. And because it's baggy fit, obviously for creepy people, that means they're not getting to see as much as me as they wanted to. So therefore, I received a lot of comments under my matches when I first started wearing that, along the lines of, the gear looks trash, the gear looks terrible, get him in. And every comment would say, like, get him in pro trunks, get him back in wrestling trunks, he needs to wear wrestling trunks instead. And that's where I was like, well, it's not even like, because the start, at least it was like, in a way, I could take it as a compliment, like, oh damn, all these people are obsessed. But then it was like, you guys are just shitting on my entire wrestling attire, like, come on,
well,
guys.
then you kind of know what they're after. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, I knew what they were after, but
the thing is, like, with and we get it too. Like, we get. I'll tell you something that happens on the NWF channel. Like, back in the day, we wore a lot of socks because we just didn't know. We didn't have boots. We were kids. We didn't know better, so we just wore socks because they look like boots. And there's this whole fetish out there of socks, and people want to see you wrestling in socks more often. I didn't know that was a thing, but I found that out from comments and stuff. It's like, what? And then other people would like to see us just in shorts, and shirtless. Shirtless is always another one that would come up. You got to have more shirtless matches, guys. I can't decide. I can't choose when we're looking at our old stuff. It's what it is. If they didn't have a shirt on, they didn't have a shirt on. If they did, they did. It was whatever it was at the time. It's like I can tailor to these needs. And it's like, and I wouldn't anyway. It's like, so I don't know. I always look at those people as kind of fetishes, and they're out there, and they're going to kind of dwindle into your stuff, and there's just not much you can do. The only thing I do on my YouTube channel is when I see comments that are inappropriate, that's what I call them, I just hide them from the channel, that person. That way they can still keep commenting away. They won't know that they're being hidden. They think they're not hidden. They don't have any clue they're hidden, but they're hidden.
Yeah. And let me just put something out there for people in general. When me and Crusher, so what Crusher's saying about fetishes and people having these interests, I want to get it out there that there's absolutely nothing wrong to have your interests. Like, everyone has it. It's a brain thing. You're born with your interest, and that's not a problem at all. However, it's when you put it into action against people who don't consent to the interest that you also have. So comment on their matches, especially when it's minors, and saying stuff like me and Crusher have seen. That's when it becomes an issue, guys. That's when it becomes a thing that is, it's a problem, and that's where you need to take a lot of steps back. I don't care what you watch my matches for. I'd rather you watch them for the wrestling ability and entertainment or anything like that. But if you're going to watch for something, do what you will. But when you comment, you have to remember as well that there's also children that watch our matches. And
exactly,
that's why comments need to be hidden like that. And I don't know what people get out of commenting, because respectfully, we don't wrestle for that. So if you comment saying that you want a certain thing, if we're not doing it, we're probably not going to do it anyway. Like, even when it's not in a sense that we're talking about, I was once contacted a while ago, me and Didi Crooks around the start of my career, being like, yo, you guys should have a backyard hardcore match and stuff. If we're not doing a backyard hardcore match already, we're probably not going to do a backyard hardcore match.
right?
It's not going to happen. And when someone tells me that, I'm not going to do it. Sure, if someone comes up to me and is like, oh, I'd really love to see you do this or something, or do this move.
Yeah, I remember how people were asking they want you to see you do fireman carries or something or another, remember?
Yeah, like there's some moves that people say, I'll think about the move, and I'm like, this will work for me. And, people want to see it, and it's coming from a sense from being a wrestling fan perspective, then I'll think about it. There's a good chance, respectfully, though, I won't do it. But what I will say, to finish off on the question, yes, I've experienced it. Doesn't bother me too much until it becomes an insult, but I wouldn't recommend ever doing it if you're interested in that stuff. And if it's a minor thing, I think you should seek some sort of help, guys.
Right. And with the NWF, I used to get a lot of accusations to me, people not understanding what the hell they were watching, thinking I'm promoting kids wrestling as an adult.
As if you weren't a kid.
And they're not realizing it was me when I was a kid, And so I get all these labels thrown on me, and I had to go around to forums and stuff at the time. This was back in the chat forums, and defend myself. And recently that came up again, and I got really mad, and Ricky knows this. And
yeah,
see, I get in defensive mode, and I don't like getting like that. But I if somebody accuses me of something, the first reaction I get is my fist gets in a ball, and I want to knock them out, because it's not my intentions, and I don't like being accused. So that I get mad. Like Ricky's better at it for me. He doesn't let it get to him. I let it get to me, and that's just me, though.
Well, yeah, and at the end of the day, though, like, for any people that would comment things like that about the NWF in general, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally. You need to do your research before you come up with statements that people are making, and I don't think people do enough research on anything. I'm a firm believer in don't speak about something unless you're educated, and that comes in a lot of things that are in my personal life: wrestling, sports, politics, everything, history. I don't speak about it unless I'm educated in it, because I don't like to sound like an idiot. And when I do, I'm going to be the first person to go, all right, fair enough, I didn't know what I was talking about.
And one thing I learned that I was told by people over in Ireland there is that in America we were more sensitive to some of this stuff, where in Ireland it's more of a casual joke. And so I was kind of like re-educated, like that they probably didn't mean any valor or any
in Ireland, and the UK in general, people use a lot of words that I feel like here, and it's not even about a thing of, oh, we're not soft, or anything like that. It's not. It's a thing of just you're surrounded, growing up by so much throwaway terms that nothing means anything. Hence why a lot of British people, if they go to the States or they go to Canada, they can get themselves in a lot of trouble just by saying words and saying things. So it's crazy.
And this is what one of the Gizmo guys say, I agree with Damien. In high school, we can only post matches with parents and school's permission. Most of the wrestlers put their matches up in their senior year when they are looking into colleges. Honestly, though, guys, and Gizmo, this is for all you guys. Look, in America, this has changed only because of Michael Jackson. If you go before Michael Jackson and all that stuff, it wasn't like this, and you guys all know this. That Michael Jackson incidents with the kids really raised parents' eyebrows to the point where they're almost bubbly protective now, where they never were as before. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that really came to forefront from that. Think about it. Just, do your history there and you'll see what I'm saying. If you look at the timeline of things. Mm-hmm. So that's just the reality of it. And in America, we're much more sensitive to it than we are in the rest of the world too. It's just that.
Well, I feel like it's because America has a lot more figureheads that ended up, being people like that, like Jeffrey Epstein, for example.
Right.
And, people like, obviously UK has their own way of, Jimmy Savile and stuff. Like, there's so many notorious people who took advantage of children who used their power to do so. And I feel like that's why in the modern world, it's a lot more, like hands-on. For example, right, big example, when I go to Portugal, let me just say, when I go to anywhere else in the world, before I turned 18, anywhere else I went in the world, easy as hell. When I went to Portugal, they refused to let me through customs unless one of the other guys who were an adult walked over and claimed me basically and said he's with us, and we're able to like show the same kind of passport and like explain the situation and go through security. It was a really weird hassle. Happens every time. And this is because, for those who don't know of the Madeleine McCann incident, Crusher, you know about Madeleine McCann? All right, so Madeleine McCann is a girl that went missing probably a couple years before I was born, maybe. And she was from England. She was a couple years old, went missing in Portugal, was taken from her hotel room when her parents weren't there, and still not being found. And it's a massive thing. People are still searching to this day, like, to find out what happened to the girl. And it was in Portugal from people coming from the UK. So when I went there as a minor, they're like, is it trafficking? Is there something happening? They are really hands-on because they're in the country associated with the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. So history really does affect how things work. And another thing is like how much safer flights are now in the world after the September 11th incident. Like, stuff happens and it affects things in insane ways, and sometimes it's really for the best. Like, I think it's really good now how safe flights are. But on the negative side of things, a lot of people are treated differently because of the event. So it's insane how things can change. But yeah, Crusher's right. I'm sure Michael Jackson and everything that happened.
I know it played a big part of it. And
yeah,
like the thing you got to understand about Ricky though is Ricky's a little different too than most. But he looks young and everything, and he acts goofy when he's in his character. But if you know the real Ricky, he's not like that. He's more like being around somebody in their late 20s or early 30s as far as his mentality and the way he is. So yeah, I don't even feel the vibe of you being a kid, even really. Like I do say other adolescent, immature teenagers that there's so many of. That they just, they're a teenager and they're acting like it. Yeah. It's not like that with Ricky. He's like a little different that way. So it's like, to me, he's more like just a young adult friend versus I've never really looked at you as a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like that's been a thing in wrestling. I was actually thinking about it recently, and I was like, it's crazy how all these people hung around with me and texted me and were so friendly, and like I saw them all as friends and they saw me as a friend. When I was like 14 in wrestling, they were all in their 20s or 30s, and I'm like, that's crazy. And then it was the thing of like, no, it's and this isn't me blowing smoke up my ass, and I think a lot of my friends are the same. And again, it's who you surround yourself with and how you're raised, but a lot of us mature pretty quick. I had a younger brother, and I had parents that worked 5 days a week. And I'm not saying I minded my little brother, like I was looking after him all the time, but when you're looking after someone else, you have to mature pretty quick, and that was something I realized. So yeah, I did. I kind of matured,
and for me,
I'm not the most mature.
For me, I had a whole cast of kids on a show doing a wrestling show that I had to overlook. And here's Steve Engstrom, 10 years older than me, that should be the mature adult, and he was one of these kids as far as it goes because he listened to me because he was immature. Very good though as a bumper, but yeah. Let's get through these comments. I know we got to wrap the show up a little early today.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Ricky a bit before we leave. By the way, this Gizmo and those guys, they're in Long Island, New York. So
nice place.
And Gizmo says, Ricky, thank you for sharing. That was a great answer.
All my answers are great. You should know this by now.
Here we go. Egomaniac? Egomaniac? Is that the word you use with me?
I call it honesty.
And all I did was just show that really cool shirt pose I had. Gosh. And then this last one says, Tony, well, Ricky, if it makes you feel better, I watch your wrestling to imagine it's me in the ring with you just whooping you about. All right, let me rephrase that. He meant to say whooping your ass. I think that sounds better, Tony. You got to say it right, Tony. Say it right.
Can I just say, Tony couldn't whip a misbehaving child with a belt. Never mind whip me in a ring as the world champion. So, you want to talk about Crusher getting too big for his boots? Maybe you, pal.
Tony takes shots at everybody. You know, that's one thing I noticed about Tony. He doesn't hold back on any of us here. He does need to come on our show, though, and be a guest, Tony. I think just for your reffing stuff that you've done is in of itself, in addition to the training and stuff, you're right up our alley. Speaking of guests, Ricky, we're going to have on next show. I don't have a graphic for it yet because I don't have the graphics to make it yet. I'm still waiting for him. Daryl's trying to get involved with it to get me some. But we're gonna have that. Remember that father-son combo that's wrestling in Primo's premiere? The dad's in the adults, and now the kid went into the adult with him. They had a match. I think they may have had a tag match or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna have them come on and hopefully see that match too.
Awesome.
And so yeah, that'll be our next show. That's gonna be 2 weeks from today.
Perfect.
So that should be good. And then let me just bring in some graphics, everybody, before we sign off, just so you know it's all coming up. This is what's coming up on. Notice the day, Saturday. We're going to be Saturdays now, folks. For now, for the next couple months, it's going to be, you're going to see NWF Rewind, not on Thursdays, but on Saturdays, an hour earlier. So me and Dave will be studio taping 114. This is a dry dock show. That face at the end, man. He was intense. Wiry, really skinny, wiry guy, but good character. Yeah, he slapped me out of a chair once in an interview, as a matter of fact. That's how he came into the NWF. This will be a good show. So that's going to be 2 weeks. Well, kind of 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks from tomorrow, I do believe. So that's what's coming up there. And then I just want to say this. It's kind of blurry, but this is the next NIPW show. Sunday, is it November 30th?
Yep. Sunday, November 30th, 3 p.m. from the Lansdowne Pro Wrestling Dojo in Carrickduff, Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland Pro Wrestling presents Breakout Acts. That is the final show of the Breakout series that has been going on almost all year. And, well, it's been over a year now of Breakout, but yeah, it's one to definitely look out for. And
we don't know who you're facing yet on this one, do we?
No, that's TBD. But
so we'll have to keep our ears peeled.
As you can see from the main event, from the poster, the main event will be Sage Valentine versus Malice in a hardcore mayhem match. And based off the last match,
Sage got busted open.
Oh, yeah, the ring was plastered in blood, and that wasn't even a hardcore match. So God knows where these two maniacs.
And you could see the cut. It was right on his eyebrow. I could see it.
His eyebrow? It
looked like it was on his eyebrow. Yeah.
What's on his eyebrow, bro?
There was a slash right there.
It was there.
Was it way back there?
Mm-hmm.
God, because it looked like he had a cut right on his eyebrow. I'll show you the picture.
No, it was probably just the blood pouring all over the place. It was probably stained. But yeah, back was it.
And then this is coming up then in Sundays, December 7th at 3 p.m. back in Bangor, where we just were at that venue.
Yeah, Bangor Grand Social. We'll have some big matches planned for this one. You've got Ben Nelson, who's going one-on-one with his brother Jordan Nelson for the junior heavyweight title. We've got Mitch Baxter going against Joe Lane. They're going to settle their feud. Hopefully, them two have been getting on like a married couple. Then we've got, Sage Valentine is facing the Stars Aligned alongside a mystery tag partner for the tag team championships. Stevie Fay, Andy Wildman, Samson Law, Sheik El Shaman, a triple threat for the Northern Irish World Championship between John McCann, Half Dan, and Tommy Cartel all the way from Scotland. It's a massive show. Do not miss it. If you're in the area, if you're not in the area, make your way there It's a big
Last
show.
one sold out, I believe.
Sold out completely. The production was top notch. It was one of the best shows of the year. I think this one could be our show of the year. I was telling Crusher that before the show.
Yeah, and then there is another one. We don't know much about this one, but it's going to be January 18th, Shockwave. And,
Sunday Night Shockwave. Yep.
Tickets are on sale for that one already.
Day before the WWE Raw taping in the SSA Arena in Belfast. We were in the exact same city. So I wouldn't miss out.
Some electrifying stuff to be announced for this one, I imagine. We'll have to wait and see. And then that is all our announcements.
Perfect.
Let's see. There's a couple. I was going to just say this. For all those events that I just showed you, go here, nipw.sumupstore.com. That's where you get your tickets for any of that stuff.
And I would go.
It's on sale for all that stuff. So
I would,
because they do sell out. So you know, if there's any available, get them now. So
we have a. Sorry, I'm just going to put in a comment here from Tony Begley. Question for Ricky: has Northern Ireland Championship replaced the Resolution Championship, or is it a completely new title? It has taken the place as the Resolution title held. It is now the main championship in NIPW.
Yeah, they kind of formally announced that, right?
Yep, formally announced that John McCann is the first holder of the title.
So they retired the Resolution Championship to replace it with this title.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it is our new World Championship over at the NIPW. And then Tony Begley signing off for tonight. Well, thanks for the live tonight, boys. See you next time.
Yeah, and Tony, I do have you on Instagram. I seen you. I think I follow you there. I will hit you up. We're gonna get you on a show if you're willing to come on. We'll make it happen. We just got there's things already in the works right now for a while, but stay tuned because we're definitely gonna want to make that happen. I know we made the announcement. I think December 26th, the day after Christmas, at Ricky's request, and I confirmed it with him again. Jamie McParland will be here, the Irish Terror. So that'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to
that'll be great.
It's always fun with Jamie because he's we call him the storyteller. He's so good he has the articulate way of explaining things.
That's why I really wanted him on. He seems fun.
Yeah. Yeah, he is fun. He was wild and crazy back in the day, though. He's calmed down. Let's just say that. Oh yeah. He's like one of these kids that were on sugar high all the time. You know, just hyper. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna cut it early a little bit tonight, though, because Ricky's got a big day tomorrow, and so we'll cut it short. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we stayed out of character and a lot of that, but sometimes we do that. So
yeah, it's a bit fun.
All right, guys. So we will see you then. Remember, we'll be on Rewind, but not Thursday. We're going to be on Rewind Saturday. And it's an hour early. Yeah, Saturday Night Rewind. And it's great because now I can use Saturday Night by Elton John. I always wanted to use that song for a build up on my Instagram stuff. You know, when I do little teasers for the show coming up. Yeah. And we never did a Saturday. So, because, you know, the Saturday's all night, right, for fighting, whatever that song is. And it's a cool song. It's an energy song. And I like that kind of stuff for shows. So yeah. So stay tuned then. We'll be back. What are we doing? Dry Dock? Yeah, Dry Dock show. And I know this guy because now Ricky might pop in on a Rewind because he might be able to, and watch him. He won't do a good show. He'll wait till one of our early Group W things and he'll come in to mock me because he knows it would be fun to do it when it's like something I don't want to see. Yes, that's what he'll do. Yeah, never. I can hear it already. Remember last time, though, he started mocking me. What did Nathan do? He sent me all these great promos, which I still have.
They're the worst videos of me.
Oh, they're so great. Can I play one? Should I play one? Should I do it?
It's okay. No.
See, all I have to do is just threaten Ricky with that, and then he does what I say. See? All right, guys. We'll see you next time we're live.
All right.